This is a story of how I went from this to this. So the year is February 2019. I had just failed a very important interview. So naturally I thought, I think this is a great time to start my own business. I know I don't have any design experience, but no one's born a designer, and I think I could make one bag. So I set out to make the perfect work bag for women. First thing I did was come up with a list of everything that I needed in the bag, because I think functionality was a big cornerstone of why I wanted to start Freya. Started with a list of everything that I wanted in the bag. So like a zipper, had to fit a laptop, long shoulder straps to go over coats, stuff like that. And then after that, I had to find, number one, the materials I was gonna use, and then number two, a sample maker. For materials, I went down to Boot Fabrics in New York, didn't have any idea what I was doing, but scoped it out. I didn't really find anything I loved. Did some research online and decided on Ultra Fiber, which is the materials that we still use today. I got us a couple of samples of that and just started playing around with it and going back and forth with the manufacturer on the thickness and the kind of structure that I wanted. And then simultaneously, I was also looking for sample makers in New York and ended up choosing one that was based in Brooklyn. I sent her finalized sketches and materials, and she tells me it's gonna require about 8 weeks for the final sample. So I go back to school every day. I'm like dreaming about how beautiful this bag is gonna look. The day comes, I go pick up the sample. She's late because they're still working on it. I'm like, you've had 8 weeks, but okay, you know, you're putting the final touches on it. This is what she presents me, and I was too stunned to speak. I just took this, I took it home, I hid it in the corner, and I didn't look at it again because I was so shocked that this was the final product. So immediately I think, okay, obviously something was lost in translation. The handles don't match. This is definitely not what I wanted. Start looking up sample makers based in China because I was heading there next month. And another thing I did was find a sourcing agent online because I needed help sourcing factories and sample makers. So I gave her a list of the requirements that I was looking for in a factory, and she sent me back a list of 5 factories or so. I decided to tour 3 of them. My dad came with me. We took like a little business trip that summer. I had all the factories make samples for me, and I would just keep sending edits and revisions to each of them until I found one factory that had the best communication, they delivered the best sample, and they are still the factory that we work with today. I head back to school in September, and I continue to work with the factories on the bags. And we finalized our bag in December, so it took about 8 months total. I placed our first order, 300 pieces in 2 colors. We started with cappuccino and black, and they were delivered to us 2 months later, February, which is when I officially launched the brand.